FIfa 16 career mode with FleetWood down. As you see, we are here in the menus, and I've just worked out the points we need to win the title. So we need 14 points. If we can get 14 more points, we will win the league title. 14. That's it. I've got it here. We need to win the league. We need to win 4 games, draw 2 and lose 1 out of the 7. And if that happens, we win no matter what. But if we lose more than 1, and Bayern wins 6, they get 18 points, they win the title. And if Bayern lose more than 1, and we lose more than 1, and Real Madrid get 18 points, they win the title. But here's the thing I didn't see last episode. If you look at Manchester United's games, they have only played 28. They have played 28. They have 44 points. There are 38 games playable. So this is the reason I'm laughing. Because it's that ironic. Man City can't win the title. Because it's mathematically, numerically impossible. But Man United, who are 4 places below them, could win the league title. Which is ridiculous. Yep. But what Man United have to do is they have to play 10 games and win all 10. And if everybody else loses or draws their games. So it is numerically impossible pretty much. But it's not impossible for Man United. But it is impossible if you look at their next game. If we look at Manchester United's next game, yes, they are playing against us, but I'm going to keep this table because you never know. United could cause an upset and defeat us. We've not lost away from home this season. But if United defeat us, they're in the title race and they will be going to try and do their very best against us. So I'm not going to watch the intro to this. I want to see what he says. 14 points, that's it. You're out of the race, but when United are 4 places below them and they can actually win the title, like what?
Hello once again, I'm Martin Tyler and this is Old Trafford. Fleetwood Town. Well, they'd like a victory this week because last time out at home they couldn't find a winning goal. They drew against Arsenal.
Yeah, positive to take from the 1-1, and I do fancy them for a victory here.
One of the finest players of his generation of English football, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, and it's his appetite for the game that impresses you so much. He never loses that hunger. It's a wonderful attribute to have.
This is then the Manchester United lineup. David De Gea starts in goal. Bastian Schweinsteiger plays with Morgan Schneiderlin in the centre of the park. Wayne Rooney is the lone striker today. This is the awaiting lineup. Just to check on the formation. 4-4-2, but an interesting variation on it, Alan.
Yeah, a little diamond in midfield, and I wouldn't be surprised at some point if it's not working he'll go to a more conventional 4-4-2.
What about the away team today? How do you feel they will measure up?
What a great chance for them, this set of players, top of the table at this stage in the season. They've produced some good football over the course of the last few months, and do a bit more of the same now and they'll probably be there.
But for a long period this was a place where Manchester United seemed to be totally unbeatable. But then they've had 1 or 2 changes of management, of course, which is always likely to happen. And Alex Ferguson retired after so many years, and some of the visitors have been able to come away with points which they would never have expected to get in the past.
Yeah, maybe the fear factor has diminished, and it's up to the manager that's in place at the time to try and build that back up again. For my part, I never scored here, so it wasn't a favourite ground of mine.
And Herrera keeps it going.
United are the favourites, but it would also be an upset if Fleetwood
The game
had to
between the
lose.
two earlier this season was an absolute thriller. It was just a home win, and now they're the visitors, and I think it'll be very, very testing for them to repeat that.
Yeah, it was one of the games of the season, easily. And, well, whether we'll get anything like the same, I don't know, but let's hope so.
Why would you ask that?
We can tell he knows the game.
Because
He had a
Fleetwood
sixth
have not
sense
lost
there
a
to
game
get to the right
away
position
from home
and nick the
this
ball.
season.
And Herrera.
So even though it would be an upset for Fleetwood to beat United,
Looking to get forward from
it
this
would
position.
also be an upset for United to win this match.
The shot's up.
Amiobi!
It's a very worthy effort, just outside the post.
And if this result stays like it is,
Mata.
United are out of the champions,
Well, it's very
out
good
of the league
positional
race.
play, and he's
I find it actually really ironic.
interception.
City are already out, but United are actually in, and they're 4 places below.
Gonna cross it. That's a corner for Manchester United. Mata. That is a terrific header. Unlucky, it's just off target.
They generated some power on it, and the keeper wasn't getting there.
Burns. Able to make a good interception.
Oh
Now,
shit, I just
back
realised we're
against
playing the second
Schweinsteiger.
team now.
And Herrera. Schweinsteiger. That's good support play from his teammates. They've opened them up here, and the goalkeeper plunged to make the save. And that's a corner
There's a
for
full second
Manchester
team,
United.
yeah.
Shola Amiobi. Mata attacking now. And Herrera. Shot on! Really good try to try and get his team in front. Just off target. Shola Amiobi. And shoots! We're dealing in fine margins here. And that was the finest of margins. The scores are still level, though. Cole. Amiobi. Mata. He's spotted a teammate, and he's got the technique as well as the vision to switch the play. Shaw. He's better usually at crossing than that. It was a defender who got there first quite easily, actually. Free kick coming up. Burns. Jimmy Ryan almost ordered his teammate to give it back to him then. Shots on here. Glint blocking.
Corner.
There will be an extra 2 minutes of added time.
Manchester United moving into the attack. That's a corner. There is the half-time whistle, 0-0 at the break. Well, sometimes managers say, just get us level at half-time and we'll sort it out the second half from what we've seen in the first half. Is that
it remains like this? United are out of the race. United need to find a break and be able to break Fleetwood's defence here at Old Trafford.
It's the start now of the second half. Looks to get Amiobi, but he's had a go.
Well, if you don't buy a ticket, as they say.
Oh yeah, because United Hawks with that goal there. Because when Fleetwood have gone in front this season, they have never lost the lead.
And Herrera on the attack here. Ready! Well, you can't fault them for lack of effort. It's still level.
And by 14 points, I need to get 14 points in front of them when they've not got a game in hand.
Wayne Rooney sets himself very high standards, hasn't quite reached them in the first 45 minutes.
He's been a shadow of his normal self out there. So unlike him, and hasn't had a chance hardly.
It's because he's playing against the best defensive team
He saw the guy could
in the
switch the
Premier
play
League.
to and came up with the pass as well. Excellent. Burns.
But actually, technically he's not, because this is the second team.
Bastian Schweinsteiger. Phil Jones. Schweinsteiger. Oh, in goes the cross. And Manchester United have scored!
A goal from Herrera. Scored one similar to this myself, Martin. Good header to the keeper's right.
I think it was a game that deserved a goal. Now we've got it.
United have done it.
Damia.
They've upset the world.
Substitute coming on for Manchester United. On EA Sports, quick jog of your memory. The Premier League fixture for Manchester United. They'll be facing Spurs away from home.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. I think we're going to see some good football.
Not
If they
good
get a
challenge by
second,
the
surely
defender. Bastian
it's
Schweinsteiger!
over.
Oh, he's furious with himself. He knows the importance of that chance. It would have been
Rooney
2 goals
could
in
have
front.
defeated
Yeah, and
if
it's
he
been
did
coming.
score
The
there,
tide
and
has been
surely would have
edging
had
that way,
Fleetwood
and really,
goodbye.
this match should be almost tied up now.
Well, this attack
Well, now Fleetwood
bit of
are on the
menace to it.
counter.
Schweinsteiger. Schneiderlin.
United have to just keep the ball like they are.
Real good contest
got
between
that
these two
with
as
the
they jostle
Beatles.
for possession. Well, he's tried for his second goal of the game. Keeper's got the better of him this time.
Well, you thought there was only one winner there. Yeah, but in the end it was the keeper that came forward and did the business.
Hold on, Alex Hunter. Isn't that the guy that the journey is going to be based on? In FIFA 17?
Goalkeeper
Did they
hands
sign
on.
him from Fleetwood? Oh my god. Look at the pace from Hunter. Hunter's away.
This is how they love to play on the break.
Fleetwood there. The referee doesn't give a penalty. Fleetwood fans are all furious. They
Bastian
believe
Schweinsteiger.
the Fleetwood beat should have a shot at equalising here. Instead it's Aaron Young, I don't know his name, but it's Ashley Young, okay.
That touch off the defender has stranded the goalkeeper, no chance for him.
What a good defeat away.
I think that deflection actually was the key moment to the goal. It might not have gone in otherwise.
No, I don't think it would have. He had to stick out a leg. It's an instinctive reaction, and it's flown off his foot and into the back of the net.
Amiobi.
Oh, come on. They're
Now
defending
Rooney.
like legends as well.
Schneiderlin. 10 shots, 3 on target for Manchester United.
Well, we don't have to think too long about what they'll be doing Monday morning. Back to the training ground. Shooting practice, I think.
They should win now, shouldn't they? 2-0 here, not much time to go. What impact will that have on the next game? It could be a chance. Super goal.
Oh my God, FleetWood score! There's no
He
way.
was the calmest man in the stadium there to place it to the keeper's right.
FleetWood get one. Are they going to keep their unbeaten record, or is it over finally?
We restart the game 2-1. Two added minutes, that's been signalled now.
No, if he does what I think he's going to do.
Great
ball.
work by the goalkeeper.
Throw it up.
The ball is his and he's made sure he's protected it.
But they're just passing it.
That's good defending.
FleetWood were on the break. What's the ref doing?
And it's a win here for Manchester United. I think we thought that this team would be brushed aside. They proved those thoughts to be very misguided.
Well, I think they'll get a real pat on the back from their manager because they gave it their all. Didn't leave anything out on the pitch there today.
Well, he's had a very good game, hasn't he?
Good performance from him.
No. Cheated. Referee. Referee, man. Come on, you can't be like that.
The Barclays Premier League. Inter 2, Roma 2. Manchester United 2, Fleetwood Town 1. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Fleetwood Town with 71 points.
You're really
Second,
good.
Bayern Munich with 57 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In third, Real Madrid with 56
You know
points.
what? We don't need to play away games now because we've just lost.
The Barclays Premier League. Borussia Dortmund 3, Fleetwood Town 0. Barcelona 2, Chelsea.
35 points in it now. And United blew it. United are out of the race, I bet. Yeah, I don't see them there. So United are out. We're 9 in front of Real Madrid. If we beat Bayern, Real Madrid are out. And at this time, first team, home against Bayern Munich. If we win at Bayern Munich, we win. We knock Real Madrid out. So we started this episode with 4 teams that could possibly win the Premier League title.
Now you've got your chance to check on the lineup for the home team. Jorginho Wijnaldum starts alongside Kaká in the middle of the park. In attack, Mario Balotelli starts up top with Jamie Vardy. No changes for Bayern Munich. Manuel Neuer starts in goal. Philipp Lahm plays with David Alaba as the fullbacks. Ian Roberts starts with front three.
They were Diego Costa and Aguero. What?
Today.
And Lewandowski. What a front three that is.
Looking for some reaction after that away loss in their last game against Borussia Dortmund.
Well, 3-0, Martin. Wasn't the best of days at all for them, but I think defensively they can be better. I think they will get a draw. Well, given how late we are in the season now, Martin, it could almost be a title decider, this one, between first and second. Looking forward to an enthralling contest. They've given us so much so far. Hoping for more here.
Ian Robert. That's across the field to try and switch the play. Xabi Alonso. We can tell he knows the game. He had a sixth sense there to get to the right position and nick the ball. And Andrea Pirlo. Crosses in. Gerrard! Will never
Wow,
be afraid
Gerrard.
to shoot, but we'll be hoping for better efforts
What
than
the
that.
hell was that? Yeah, for that, Gerrard. You're getting subbed off for Lampard in the first half.
Taking place. Going on now is number 17, Frank Lampard.
And it's Steven Gerrard who's coming off.
Punishment.
Got on the ball in midfield, well read by the player in that part of the pitch. Frank Lampard, ball intercepted. Robert Lewandowski. Now Ribéry. Good place to win the ball back there, because the pressure was starting to mount and the interception was timely, to say the least. That's a good challenge between the two of them there. Vidal. Well, he saw the guy could switch the play to. He came up with the pass as well. Excellent. Mario Balotelli. Fine cross. Ribéry gets possession for Bayern Munich. David Alaba. He spotted a teammate and he's got the technique as well as the vision to switch the play. He's got a cross to make that interception. He saw it coming.
I believe this is for a double over
And it's the tackle that stops the attack
me
here.
as well, Munich.
Keeps it going. Muller! Oh, he's failed to hit the target.
If Munich win, then Munich
Here's
keep
Ben.
Real in the title race.
And Andrea Pirlo. Defender to it first.
What,
So
I'm
the
holding
corner to
out
come.
too? Why doesn't it
Kaká.
work?
I do know the lad in question, and he's not wanting to come out publicly and say, oh, it's hit the post and away for a goal kick.
Dude, that might actually like be a spot to score from corners if you can hit it right, you know.
Oh, he could be in.
Balotelli. What a
fine
save.
save. Müller. Being moved around nicely here with this passing game. It will be their throw.
You know what I'm going to do?
Frank Lampard. Squeezed in against the touchline. It will be another throw in. Ian Robin. The attack has fizzled out here. Goal kick. Kaká. Onto the attack now. Oh, in goes the cross.
Fourth official has indicated at least 2 minutes of added time.
Good anticipation by opposing player there to read the direction of the throw. The break is definitely on. Ribéry! That's a decent effort. We're halfway through, and we haven't yet got a goal to bring to you. 0-0.
0-0.
And the referee has blown, and the second half is now in progress. Here's Kaká.
No, it's not, because he's crafty if he's letting the ball move.
Kaká.
Balotelli with the cross to Pirlo.
Well, that's a comfortable save from the header.
Yeah, that's a poor effort from the lad, and really should have worked the keeper more than that.
The score! Well, they got away with it in the end.
Basically what happened when Fleetwood let Wickham and Mr. Alien go to Hoffenheim. They were both asked why did they leave Fleetwood? Why did they leave Fleetwood? And that was, and they basically said because the board told the manager that he would be fired if he didn't accept them two big offers that were offered for us.
The cross coming in.
But the manager took us to our flight. He took us to our flight and he said to us, "Do not worry,
And that
you
has
will
just
be back
blazed it
here."
into the corner. Unstoppable.
And that is Bayern Munich now in the lead.
He did say to us, "Don't worry, go and enjoy
Xabi
your time at
Alonso.
Hoffenheim.
Looking at the bench, it's Bayern
If
who
it
are
was
making the
if
move
it
with the
was up to me,
substitute. Looking for
I would
Robin.
be joining you at Hoffenheim.
Gonna cross it.
But unfortunately, Hoffenheim don't need a new manager."
And the home side will play again in the Barclays Premier League. This is their next fixture. You'll see it with us on EA Sports. Easy decision, free kick.
Fleetwood are struggling after that loss against Man United. And this is going to be their third consecutive defeat.
Now Ribéry. Now you can cross it.
Letting
That's taken the heat out of the
people back
situation
into
for the
something
moment.
that looked
with
done
that
and dusted
interception.
is not good.
Space for the shot. They pulled it back level with this goal.
An equaliser from Wijnaldum, and he knew exactly where the keeper was there. He knew he didn't have to hit it particularly hard, you know.
Wijnaldum had the call, and Wijnaldum was like, touch it. Wijnaldum smash.
David Alaba. Bayern Munich trying to do something very late in the game.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see the opposition manager put another set.
Oh, it's hit the bar and it's gone over.
Yeah, don't you dare do what fucking online people do
Here
to
is
people.
Lampard.
Why are you passing about their lamps?
Bayern Munich ready to bring on a sub.
And obviously trying to concede as the
David
game.
Alaba. He's got a cross to make that interception. He saw it coming. Wijnaldum. This is how they love to play on the break.
Wijnaldum!
And a goal, and they've taken the lead through it.
Well, he's beaten the keeper there with power, with accuracy, from distance. Wonderful.
And here is another angle on that goal. Off we go again, 2-1. I think there's a split in the fans. They're all roaring, Alan, but some of them probably roaring to defend this 1-0 lead, and some roaring for the attackers to add to it.
Yeah, I think one or two roaring for the final whistle too, but we've got a little bit of time before that happens.
Well, they're in a good position here. We've got 8 more minutes of the
What
night.
are you doing? They're just giving the
When you
ball
look
away.
at the two teams on paper, they shouldn't really be in this game. And here they are. Leading. It's actually that they're playing with no fear.
No, and they've clearly got a point to prove, haven't they? We've seen it so often. The underdogs make life really difficult for the favourites.
Robert Lewandowski is adjudged offside. They've got the ball in the middle of the pitch here.
No person there by FleetWood could cost them the lead.
Lewandowski! Oh, great work by the keeper. On narrow margins in the match and in this incident.
Yeah, not far off.
That could have
That would have
won.
made a difference to the outcome if it had gone in.
Well, they've got to take this risk now for the corner. Up comes the keeper.
Here comes Neuer. Neuer scores. Or Bayern score, then it's still a 3-horse race for the championship.
Well, he's got his fist to it.
Oh, come on.
Philip Lahm.
Why didn't you catch it, Forster, man?
That could have been the pass to determine the match, really. That final whistle does confirm that they do have a Champions Cup place secured for next season. It's perhaps not what they were aiming for at the start, but it's a pretty good achievement from a long campaign of hard graft.
Yeah, I mean, it means so much, doesn't it, the Champions Cup these days in terms of prestige and revenue, and you've just got to be in that competition to regard yourself as one of the big fish, and they're in that company now, so brilliant stuff.
FleetWood Town defeat Bayern Munich. I do believe now also, we'll find out when we get to our next game, but I do believe that also knocks out
The Football Association Challenge Cup semi-final. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Barcelona 0. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Fleetwood Town 2, Bayern Munich 1. Manchester United 2, AC Milan 1. Napoli 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2.
74, we are 5 points, that's two, three, a win and 2 draws, so we're at 74, we're 9 points clear, right? Is that 9? Yeah, we're 9 points clear, so they can still, because there's 12 points available. So we need to start this episode with, you know what, let's make it even more interesting. Let's give the second team a run out. I'll finish it up with a sim match. So why episode is this? This will be episode 15. Would it be cool if I could end it in 16 episodes, so you know what? And it's 4 for Atletico Madrid there.
The Barclays Premier League. Atletico Madrid 4, Fleetwood Town 0. Juventus 2, Borussia Dortmund 1. Leicester City 0, Barcelona 2.
You know what we're going to do as well? I'm going to send this against Real Madrid and all. We lost, who cares?
The Barclays Premier League. Monaco 1, Atletico Madrid 2. Arsenal 0, Juventus 0. Borussia Dortmund 0, AC Milan 0. Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur.
Right, so if Monaco have been relegated, so that means the bottom three now full stop, and we're going to make a save here. And if we look at the table, we started this episode with 4 teams that could win it, and we're down to 3. But what will we be after the Leicester game? Yes, I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Because I knew that was going to happen, that's why.
The Barclays Premier League.
No.
Atletico Madrid 2, Napoli.
I don't care if we lose, I just want Nathan Pond for the final match. Gerrard scored. Here comes Pirlo. Balotelli makes it 2-0. And
The Barclays Premier League. Atletico Madrid 2, Napoli 1. Juventus 1, Manchester United 0. Leicester City 0, Fleetwood Town 2. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 2. AC Milan 1, Monaco 1. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Barcelona 0. Real Madrid 3,
started
Roma 1.
the episode with
Tottenham Hotspur 2, Bayern Munich 0. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Fleetwood Town with 77 points. In second, Real Madrid with 74 points. In third, Bayern Munich with 70 points. In fourth, rising up the table, are Arsenal with 59 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In fifth, moving down, are Manchester United with 57 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In sixth, Juventus with 57 points, but only behind on goal difference. In seventh, Borussia Dortmund with 53 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In eighth, climbing the table, are Paris Saint-Germain with 53 points, but only behind on goal difference. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 20 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Napoli with 26 points. Third bottom, Monaco with 33 points. Fourth bottom, Liverpool with 38 points, with a game in hand on the team above. Fifth bottom and falling are Roma with 40 points.
I will see you guys next time for the final episode of FIFA 16 Super Fleetwood Crew. So we started this with Man United and Bayern Munich, both in the title race. But unfortunately, we have just 2 teams left, and it's going to be Fleetwood with 77 and Real Madrid with 74. It's going to be the finale of the Super Crew with Fleetwood Town in the next episode, guys. Nobody ever thought this would be possible. Never thought you'd see Fleetwood running the Premier League. Okay.